one shitbox sitting outside. I couldn't use that as pussy bait if I had free candy stenciled on the side. So as you can tell, I'm single by choice, not my choice. I've been told I've got all the charm and social graces of a reformed axe murderer. So, let me tell you something, folks. Last pretty girl I asked out on a date, she looked me square in the eyes and told me that I was so ugly, I made burn victims uncomfortable. I said, bitch, you're going to talk to me that way, then I want my money back. I don't know why I have such bad luck with women, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. I mean, I'm honest, I'm loyal, I'm truthful, I'm never cheating on a woman. I'm a one-woman man. One woman at a time. Because let's face it, folks, with the size of the bitches I date, you couldn't fit 3 of us into a bed. Next time I want to have a menage a trois, I'm going to have to rent a conference room and some tumbling mats. You know what I mean? It takes some serious equipment for me to throw down. So my friends tell me that I've got sort of a predatory approach to dating. And by predatory, they mean that I'll pretty much mount anything that I can separate from the herd. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, many's the time I've strapped on the beer goggles, went down to the local watering hole, and drug home a wildebeest. You might not know this, ladies and gentlemen, but I am the 5-time All-Invitational Southeast Iowa Hogging Champion. I can tell by the stunned looks on some of your faces you're not familiar with the term hogging, so I'll go ahead and fill you in. Hogging? I see you've been there. Have we met before? You look familiar. Let me see the top of your head. Hogging is when you and a couple of your buddies go out, get absolutely shit-faced, knee-walking drunk, and drag home the saddest, nastiest piece of ass you can find. Now, the reason that I am the 5-time All-Invitational Southeast Iowa Hogging Champion is because I don't have to get drunk first. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I can hit that shit stone cold sober. I've slept with chicks that were so ugly they would make Ron Jeremy puke. I got a hold of a chick that was so fat one time she had pussy crack all the way up to her belly button. The last serious girlfriend I had was a freak, and I mean a freak with a capital freak. She was into anal sex all day long. Couldn't get enough of it. Up the butt this, up the butt that. She loved it. Personally, I always thought it kind of hurt. I never could get into anal sex at all. Anal sex is just not for me. That is, of course, until my girlfriend introduced me to the joy of peanuts. That's a creeper, you're going to have to think about that. I took this gal home from a bar one time after we did our business. She jumped up out of bed, all salty, and started cussing me. Said, you lied, you lied. She started cussing me like I owed her money. You lied, you told me you had 10 inches. Well, shit, you told me you were a woman. I remember one time, gal took me home after a gig. I was a little drunk, I'll admit that. And I wake up in the morning next to a strange woman in a strange bed in a strange house. I rolled over and I looked at this craptastic mass of flesh under the sheets. And I swear to God, my very first thought in the morning was, Dear Jesus, Heavenly Father, please don't let that woman be dead. Could you imagine me trying to explain that shit to the cops? Again? So, I date a lot of gals I meet on the internet. And so far, I have discovered that the single best pickup line you can use for a girl you meet on the internet is something along the lines of, hey, I can buy beer. You having fun tonight? Albert said you were kind of an uptight douchebag, so. Has anybody here ever done that cyber sex, that sexting thing? I'm sorry, folks. Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned, but cyber sex is not for me. If I wanted to chat with somebody while I'm jacking off, I'd just call somebody up out the phone book. Hey, Bob! How you doing? Nothing? Oh, just sitting here thinking of you. Say, tell me, how are the kids doing? So as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, my love life is a process of trial and error. As a matter of fact, next week I go on trial for one of my errors. I was walking through Walmart the other day, through the personal hygiene aisle, and I saw something that completely blew my mind. Has anybody ever heard of this product? It's called KY Warming Jelly. You're laughing, I assume you're familiar with it. Okay. Has anybody ever used that product? And that's one woman that raised her hand. I knew she looked familiar. Call me gun-shy, folks, but that's not a product for me. You see, I've had warming jelly on my junk before. It didn't work out too well. Maybe you remember the product. It was called Icy Hot. Remember how that slogan went? Goes on cool to soothe, then heats up like it's gonna burn your dick off. Yeah, laugh it up, chuckleheads. I was 11 years old, outside in my bare feet, teabagging a snowbank, just trying to make the pain go away. Another product I saw, I don't know exactly how to describe this. I'm trying to be delicate. I know this is a church crowd. But it's a box full of test strips that a woman pulls one of these test strips out, rubs it on her cooter, and then depending on which color it turns, determines whether